Shalom. All glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and much love, honors, and blessings, salutations to the elect men, women, and children of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, which stand firmly for their integrity. All right, believing in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai to the very end for salvation. All right, this is Yaakov Wall, and I want to go into this article real quick. I found it yesterday. It says U.S. likely to claim hottest place on Earth as heat tightens grip on more than 100 million. And I thought it interesting because, this is a sign, man. This is a measurement of what's going on. Because it says the U.S. likely to claim hottest place on Earth, meaning that it's the only place on the planet Earth that is as hot as it is, letting you know all that heat is over here in America. And it's interesting because, like the reason why I said it's a sign, man, is because the weather is a way that the Lord visits. All right. I have this in Isaiah 29:6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." Right. So, this is a sign. Because it's talking about the weather, basically, the climate. And it's saying that the U.S. is the hottest place on the planet Earth. Now, funny thing, man, when you look into the scriptures, it tells you that America is going to be lit up in flames by the thermonuclear missiles. It's going to be called the Lake of Fire. And, you see that the Lord is heating this place up, basically prepping it for that day. When you cook something, when you cook anything, you got to turn the fire on. You got to let the pan heat up for a little bit, right? Otherwise, it won't cook. That's what the Lord is doing right here. He's heating things up, prepping so he can cook his meal. Because this is ultimately a sacrifice, and also a work of the Lord. This is His will. All right, and the scriptures show us that these inhabitants do contribute to that great fire because they're like branches, abominable, good for nothing branches. And so I just wanted to point this out because you've got in the scriptures where the Lord talks about how He visits in certain ways and how He shows Himself. And I wanted to get the one in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and 16, where it says, well, you know what? Actually, I'm going to start at Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 15. It says, but it is, Salakia, how do I review chapter? Let's try that. Verse 15 says, but it is not possible to escape thine hand. Again, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 16, verse 15. It says, but it is not possible to escape thine hand. Things keep occurring in America, and things keep occurring on the planet Earth where the son of the wicked dwells. All right, where Esau, the so-called white man who is the wicked, lives. That's a sign right there, man, that he cannot escape the hand of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai because things keep happening to his paradigm, keep happening to his society and structure in countries, mainly America. And if he had any type of control or power over it, these things would not be happening. He'd be able to control the climate because we already know the Lord works in the climate, in the weather. The Lord has actual, true spiritual power, which spiritual power is the control of the elements. All right. Esau does not have spiritual power. His idea of spiritual power is using his technology or machinery to help him, fulfill whatever plans or agenda that he has. And actually, this past weekend, I brought out the initiative of Biden right now. Bill Gates, he wants to start a program, or he's trying to shoot off a program where they're going to disperse like a wave of dust into the atmosphere in some type of aerosol form to where it will block out the sun for like a season or something like that to decrease global warming and all that. That's ludicrous. But that's his idea of spiritual control. But it says, but it is not possible to escape that hand. That's why things keep on pointing towards where all the evil really does dwell. Things are heating up. We always say it, right? In the spirit, things are heating up spiritually, by the riots, through the seditions and insurrections occurring, through, the powers not standing at their fullest might. These are all signs and indicators that things are heating up, but now it's literal. Now it's literal. The U.S. is the hottest place on the planet Earth. Okay, and like again, when I read in Isaiah 29:6, it says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of fire, devouring fire." So, flame of devouring fire involves what? Heat. And the only way to make a fire is you got to build the heat. When you rub two sticks together, you got to create enough heat and friction between the two to create that fire. So, hey, again, the Lord is prepping. Now, I want to get this again in Wisdom of Solomon 16:16 now. It says, "For the ungodly," and this is how you know that Americas were the primary, were like the stock of the most wicked of the elite dwell, basically. That's how you know that it's in America, because if this place were good, why is bad happening to? We already know this, man. We already know if there was a righteous being or a righteous system, no hurt should come to him. All right. The Lord tells you he is not a terror unto good works, but unto the evil. So that's how you can see and measure what's what and who's who. That's how we know the so-called white man is the wicked, and he dwells here in America primarily because this is where all that hell and all that attention is brought to when news is brought out. You hear massacres and killings and robberies and thefts and all this covetousness and adultery always going on in this place, and weird things happening that you can't explain. It says, "For the ungodly that denied to know thee was scourged by the strength of thine arm. With strange rains, hails, and showers were they persecuted, that they could not avoid, and through fire were they consumed." It says to where they could not avoid. It's undeniable that America is the beacon of where all evil is. It's undeniable and unavoidable to know that that Esau's power structure and his system is failing due to the strength of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua's arm. And so, hey, this is beautiful right here. This is verse 17 says, for which is most to be wondered at, the fire had more force than the water that quencheth all things. For the world fighteth for the righteous. And that's why these things are occurring, because we know that they have to happen for this place to be taken out. If it's not done in this manner, evil will prevail. And so you go back into, let me see if I can get it in here. Let's see. I have no idea how to work this site. Salakia, just bear with me. Oh, here you go. Like I was saying, hold on, let me get second Esdras, because this proves that the Lord never said he was going to, come down and have a summit meeting and, stand at the podium and, have a bodyguard and, one of the archangels chilling with him and, hey, leaders of the world, stop what you're doing. No, man, he's been doing that. He's been telling the inhabitants of Oikoumene, stop their ways, amend them, leave my people alone, But what are they doing? How is he doing it, though? Through the mouths of his prophets. But what are they doing? They're not listening. Let's see. I'm in the wrong chapter. Hey, slack for this, man. I'm just getting. Just bear with me while I get this. This is 2, 3. Because I'm trying to show you that all these things that we call bad or unfitting or uncomfortable or or harsh, that's the manner that in which Babylon has to be taken down, because the scriptures say that through thy violence shall mine anger be in agreement or in accordance. The Lord has to meet the actions of what's been put out. All right. The Lord has to, the Lord is a just power, man. If you put out wickedness, you're going to receive evil in an indignation form, which is a righteous anger. You do good, you'll be rewarded for your righteousness. You'll live well. But in this manner, this place has to be turned all the way upside down. All right. Let's see. Having a difficult time. You know what? I can just type it right here. You know what? Hold up. Let me actually just find it in my actual sword. Okay, yeah. Second Esdras 4. Excuse me, man, while I get this. This is Second Esdras chapter 4 and 27. It says, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come, because it's going to be a marvelous and beautiful way in how the Lord does deliver his elect, because he's going to satisfy the desires of the elect while destroying this place. And I'm talking about taking their enemies down, seeing this wicked structure in society be burnt to pieces, seeing their enemies be dissolved and melted. That's going to be a satisfaction to us, man, because we're going to see ultimately Yahweh Shemar Shai came through and performed, and he took care of us. And we don't have to suffer these wicked inhabitants ever again doing this stuff to us, doing this hurt. It says, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. And we know that America is basically the beacon. All right. This is the output of where all evil comes from. All right. It says, for this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. But yet the Lord is revealing that he's getting ready to take this place out. All right, it's not yet here, but it's close. All right. If therefore, and this is the main part, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, which when you turn something down, it's never a pleasant, exit. When you turn it upside down, it's poured out. There's nothing to catch it. So it'll shatter if it's, breakable, or if it has a certain type of form, it'll be deformed once it hits the ground. But the Lord, what he's doing, he's shaking the shit out of this place and turning it upside down and uprooting it. All right, so that it can never grow again. And the problem that you had with Esau was Esau's nature was to try to always rebuild what the Lord threw down. Referring to Malachi, the 1st chapter and the 4th verse. All right. It said, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and at the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. But we're seeing it being performed, man. We're seeing the Lord stay true to his word. Again, man, this is a heavy sign, man, because, hey, man, it's going to get hotter than it is right now. Those thermonuclear missiles, man, are going to heat this place up. And I've always loved bringing this out, man. You got to think about other things that are going to help contribute to that fire. Esau has gas pipelines. All right, he's got sewer lines. Sewer lines, when mixed with a gas, if a flame goes to it, man, that shit is a big explosion. That's funny. Shit explosion. It's I don't know exactly how it works. I just know that sewer lines are flammable. And so you got that, you got the pipelines, and then you got a lot of dead land, dead grass, dead, a lot of weeds, a lot of dead trees that are also just waiting to be used as a material for the fire. So this is a sign, man, letting us know that, hey, the Lord is getting close. Things are getting hot, too hot to handle. And when that happens, man, it's going to be over. It's going to happen. Everything's going to come to pass. So let me go ahead and get this in 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, in the 1st verse. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand. All right, then you will understand after seeing these signs, these measures being fulfilled, or these measures being brought out to measure what, how close we are to the end of this thing. In America being the hottest it's ever been, or being the hottest place on the planet Earth, when the prophets have coincidentally been preaching about this place heating up and being destroyed by thermonuclear fire, that ain't no coincidence. I was actually thinking about it, man. You've never had another time recorded in history in any empire where there was a mass heat wave that was heating this place up, heating that place up hotter than ever. America's it. And I was actually just watching. I watched a little snippet of Apostle Ramla, his live that he made this morning. And it was at the very beginning where he was talking about Elder Yashawamba and him. And Elder Yashawamba said that the word Sodom meant burned. And is not that what America is referred to as well? Spiritually, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt. All right, the house of, basically the city of burning and confusion and bondage, slavery. So, I mean, all signs point towards the imminent approaching destruction of America, man. It says that then shalt thou understand, then you will understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which made. Hey, I'm gonna just, I've already put it out before, man. I live here in the state of Wisconsin, and yet this place is hot as fuck, man. And as growing up as a kid, and into my, early teen years, because I would come up here on the summers, man. My parents would bring me up here, and we'd stay on a lake house. It was never like this. It was actually a place where the temperature was always just right. It was at a comfortable level all the time. Well, look, man, the last few days it's been 105, man. I've never heard of Wisconsin getting that hot. I used to watch the news because, hey, what kid ain't gonna watch the place where he likes to go be at? When I was a kid and I'd get ready for school, my parents would be watching the news. I'd be looking at the temperatures. Wisconsin was always in the low, mid 70s, even during summers, man. Low 80s. It would never get past 90s, man. It would never do that. And now over here, it's about to be as hot as Texas. And I'm from Texas, man. I've lived there my whole life. So, hey, man, things are changing. Signs are being shown and proven. And it is proven and pointing and indicating towards the Lord working and showing himself. So we know that it's just a matter of time before these things start popping off. We already see what's going on in the news and the media. What these self-proclaimed kings and powers are talking about and what their agenda is. We know it's right around the corner, man. We know that this is about to happen. All we got to do is just keep on establishing ourselves, getting ourselves right. If you got something wrong in your life, man, get it right. According to Yahweh Shemeshah in the spirit, man. Because the time is almost up. Mercy is about to be taken up, and Lord will, man, if you're sincere, you get that mercy. Lord will, I'm sincere. So, hey, man, again, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. It says, then, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the beginning, or from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. There shouldn't be nothing bad happening to this place if it were good. We shouldn't be living in an uncomfortable state. All right? Hot temperatures is uncomfortability, and uncomfortability comes to those who are not in a righteous manner. And we already know, and that's why I ended up reading that in what was that? Wisdom of Solomon. Let's see. Wisdom of Solomon 16. It says, And 16 says, for the ungodly that denied to know thee. So that's how we know that it's about America, man. That's how we know that these plain wonders and signs are pointed towards this place. That the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. So the ending is near. All right, America's almost out. But with that, I'm going to go to end it. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and much love, honors and blessed salutations to the elect. Yahweh Shemeshah Barakathum, Kwameshala Shalom.